Hi, here's your Grammar Girl again, and I'm happy to tell you more products I found that are really great for and useful for essentials. And so I found 3 different books that are helpful for the first tour and the second tour and the third tour especially. There are 3 different books. The first one is it's done by a critical thinking company, and what it does is the first year it goes through kind of a surface level. So you're using your initial definitions of the 8 parts of speech and really chart A, and it's really useful. You will use what you use in essentials, but I think it's just right for first years because you don't want to overdo it and burn your kids out with that, and you want to be able to help your children feel like they're successful and that you've learned the material as well. So I'm going to show you the 3 different books. The second tour, you're able to add more, your kids are more familiar with the terms. And the third year, you're off sailing and you're ready to be challenged. So along with the IUW and the math games, the grammar portion is important. When you first go in, the first part of class, we want you to be prepared for what you're going to be learning. So setting your kids up for success starts with the perfect sentences. Now you're going to have certain ones in the guide that are given to you, and these are just other sentences you can be using and to help you aid in your understanding of the concepts presented each week. So the first week you're going to be doing, you'll be learning what is a sentence, what is a subject, what is a predicate, what is a verb, and specific verbs are action verbs and being verbs. So that'll take the first little bit, and you're not going to be diagramming sentences right away. I think it's week 3 that you do sentences. So while you do that, you're just going to be talking to your child about what is the subject and what is a predicate, and looking at sentences before you ever start drawing diagram lines. Because we call it Grammar Positioning System, GPS, you need to know where you're going before you park your car or before you leave town. So the first book that you're going to use for the first tour is called Sentence Diagramming for Beginners, and it's really helpful. You can look at the table of contents, and it has 12 different lessons, which I imagine you would do a lesson a week. And so you're going to spread that out, probably do, start week 1 to week 3 and then take a break whenever CC takes a break to let you catch up or to just enjoy having the other subjects without grammar. And then you go through week 12. So really it ends up being about 19 weeks of activities and diagramming for you to practice, as well as your charts and the other concepts that are given to you in your Essentials Guide. So this is book 1, Sentence Diagramming. And you have level 2, which goes a little more. You can see more lines of places of what you're going to have you're going to have separate dependent clauses that are given to you, and it tells all about it and I will help you as far as if it's a different term in this book than we use in Essentials, I will redefine it for you so you know what it is. Here is the table of contents, and again, it's 12 lessons. And in the back of it, it also has review for you, and all the answers are given. You don't have to have this book, but I like to use it as a guide for myself as far as what each level is capable of doing. That was level 2, actually. Here we go. All right. This is level 1. And sentence diagramming, and you'll see it's a little different from just your subject and predicate and adjectives and adverbs. So level 1, I'll show you the table of contents. So you're going into different multiple verbs here. Again, it's 12 lessons, and there is review at the end, and of course you're going to spread it out as you go through. So it's really helpful. So with these 3 books, it's really great. So you have Sentence Diagramming for Beginners, and you have Sentence Diagramming for level 1, and then you have Sentence Diagramming for level 2. And it says here in this corner, grades 7 through 12. And so really it's interesting because the Essentials program is set for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade children, or just 9, 10, 11-year-olds and maybe 12-year-olds if they're still in there. And don't let that bind you. Bind you for that because any child at any age, but that's why we homeschool, it's flexible, so that those ages are given as a guideline, not as a mandate. So just know that the first book is ages 3 to 12, The second book is ages 5 to 12, and the other book is grades 7 to 12. And so this is more, but if your child is ready for a challenge for level 2, that's a good place to take them. And that's all. Those are the 3 books I have to offer.